Recall that chi-square analysis is looking at dichotomous categorical variables and trying to determine is there an association between the levels of the categorical variables in the analysis. I'm going to use the Lapidus dataset for this example. The Lapidus dataset has several dichotomous variables to include things like age, where age has been broken into two groups, below 40 and above 40. There are also rural or suburban dichotomous variables. I'm going to stick with the age group here. And what I'm interested in determining is there an association between this age variable, the grouping below 40 and above 40, and whether or not a person received a particular screening test. So the other variable I'm going to look at is going to be screen YN, where no is 0 and 1 is yes, they received the screen. So to run this analysis, I click on Analysis, I scroll down to Descriptive Statistics and Cross Tabulation. For the table column variable, I find my dialog box, and I'm going to go ahead and put age 40 in this box. And then for table rows, I'm going to find the other variable that I'm interested in associating with the age groups. We decided that was screen YN. And from here you just have to click Run. You don't really have to choose anything else, and we get an output. We get a crosstabs table that shows the levels of the variable age 40. 0 is less than or equal to 40, and 1 is greater than or equal to 40. And then screening is 0 is no, and 1 is yes, they got a particular screening test. And you can see the totals on the rows and the columns. The chi-square statistic is right here. It is 1.633 with 1 degree of freedom. And then it gives us a p-value, or a probability level. And notice that this probability level, 0.201201, is not less than 0.05. Therefore, we cannot reject the null hypothesis. As a matter of fact, NCSS 97 tells us to accept the null hypothesis, which is essentially the same thing. What that means is there is no association, no statistically significant association between the variables of age in this case and whether or not they received a screening test.